Hello all. In this very short video, we shall be discussing character of Baby Kochamma and her short story as portrayed by Arundhati Roy in her novel The God of Small Things. We may notice that she starts by telling us that she was just 18 years of age when she fell in love with a handsome Irish monk named Father Mulligan. He was coming to her home in order to meet her father because he had previously some family connections with them, and because of that, he was visiting her father. He was commissioned to be there in Kerala state for just, 1 year, and so he decided to have a visit on the days which are Thursdays to the home of Baby Kochamma in order to meet her father. Now, Baby Kochamma was also taking a little bit of interest in him. Whenever he came there, Father Mulligan came there to meet her father, she was trying to pay attention to him or trying to make him realize that she was interested in learning certain things from him or probably to make friends with him. She tried to manage the things in such a way that some kind of impression may be created on the mind and on the thinking of that Father Mulligan. But Father Mulligan was a type of stiff man in the very beginning. For example, Baby Kochamma tried to make a show of the charity. Every Thursday, she would express that as soon as Father Mulligan came, but he was not that interested in it, and so she changed her style of meeting him, of greeting him by taking the babies or the small kids from that area and making them bathe in the nearby well, and she did it quite forcefully, quite powerfully. And so, whenever Father Mulligan passed from there on Thursday, she would stop him and she would ask him certain questions on the Christianity or the things mentioned in Bible, so that she can engage him as much as possible. So that was the kind of thing she tried to do in order to attract the attention of Father Mulligan. Father Mulligan was also sometime talking to her but not paying that much attention as it was considered. But with the passage of time, certain changes continue to come. As we see that Father Mulligan, he was also young and he was also attractive, so he had some type of feeling in him about Baby Kochamma because he felt that his personality has created certain emotions in her, and he felt and saw, looked at the beauty of that girl, that she had coal black eyes and a beautiful mouth. And so that is why he was acting as a human being, and he was feeling interested in the discussion, in the questions, and in the appearance, and in the friendship of that girl. So they started to talk together on certain, Thursdays, whenever Father Mulligan passed from the place where she was giving birth to the children. She would discuss with him certain questions about Christianity, and the writer says that it was a very unchristian passion, that in the name of discussion on Bible they were giving time to each other, and the discussion continued for the whole year, but it didn't result into anything other than that Baby Kochamma felt even more interested in Father Mulligan. Time passed, and as a result, Father Mulligan's 1 year ended very soon, and it was no big issue for Baby Kochamma how she should continue with the matters she had developed with Father Mulligan. She thought of changing her religion and converted into Roman Catholic section of Christianity, although her family opposed all that, but she did not stop from doing so. So as a result, she wanted to go to Madras, into some convent there, to learn her new religion. She went there, and actually the purpose was to remain close to Father Mulligan. And as the writer tells us that she wanted certain small innocent wishes, and one of them was to be near to him, so near to him that she could smell the beard of the father, or to look at him with love. These were the small innocent wishes she wanted, and for these wishes she had followed Father Mulligan towards the convent in Madras. But she was disappointed, up to some extent oppressed and suppressed as well. She felt very much upset when she found that she could not gain her hopes because there were other sisters as well who had taken, the ground, and they were surrounding the father all the time, and they were discussing senior questions of Bible with him that she found very little time that she could talk about. And as a result, she felt upset and restless, as the writer would say. And in her upsetness and restlessness, she started to write letters to her father, telling him that it was not so good for her to make such a decision and stay there. But she used a type of camouflage or a disguise by saying that it was Kohinoor, her friend, who was homesick and who was ill as well, who was vomiting and having high temperature. But not never saying that she was herself in the same way. So that is why she conveyed this information to her father about her upsetness. The father was unable to realize what the real situation is. Who is this Kohinoor? He would think that such a Muslim type of name as Kohinoor sounds was not the most probable to be inside Christian church or in a convent. But very soon, the mother of Baby Kochamma was able to resolve the issue by thinking that it was the same Kohinoor was Baby Kochamma actually, and she was writing the letters in the name of Kohinoor because in the family history somewhere the name Kohinoor was discussed and talked about. So in this way, her restlessness, her problem, her very much worried situation was conveyed to the parents, and they understood, and so they went by in order to bring her back and sent her to some university. As a result, all affair with Father Mulligan ended in a failure, ended in getting anything other than the grief which she received, and as a result, she had certain changes in her personality. She couldn't succeed in the university as well. Because of this, she became even more frustrated, and she developed certain qualities which were feeling jealousy with the young people, feeling enviousness of the successes of others, and all the time thinking that she was the best one and deserved everything in a best way. This type of thing occurred to her, and when she came back to her home, she became really a Baby Kochamma. That was the character of Baby Kochamma for us. Hopefully, you have understood something about that, and hope to see you next time in certain next video